Finders homes of the NFL draft. The Jaguars have 2 picks in round number 4. 114th overall. It's offensive tackle Javon Foster out of Missouri. And then 2 picks later at 116, defensive tackle Jordan Jefferson out of Louisiana State University. Another LSU Tiger coming to Jacksonville. Let's go down the hallway at the Miller Electric Center. Kai Stevens is with Assistant General Manager Ethan Waugh.
All right, Ethan, we're in day 3. You had those picks close to each other, 114, 116. What goes into that when you're picking almost back-to-back?
A little bit more than you think. So, one, there was obviously we had 2 picks there. Did it make sense to try and package and move up? And some of those things just didn't materialize. And then secondly, it's trying to with Cincinnati sandwiched in between us, it was trying to figure out who are they not interested in, and try and get the order of these guys right. But in the end, it ended up working out for us.
So you went with Javon Foster first, addressing the O-line. Obviously, that was something you did in free agency as well, but adding some depth. What have you seen from him?
So he's been a really steady player. He's really, I think he started 40 games consecutively at Missouri, hasn't missed really any time at all, went to the Senior Bowl, performed pretty well there, and he kind of fits the bill of what we're trying to do here, and that's get bigger and stronger and longer, but has been a good player at the SEC level.
Getting bigger, stronger, defensive line as well. Jordan Jefferson, another LSU guy coming in. Is that just adding to depth as well? And then obviously the familiarity you have with LSU players? Yes,
exactly. So that's the third Tiger we've brought up here this year. So, but he fits in very well. He's another guy that kind of fits the bill. He's one of the stronger people that in college football this year. Just a massive man with great strength, upper body and lower body. He spent the first few years of his career at West Virginia, where one of our scouts actually worked with him, McKeel Stewart, and then obviously spent time with Coach House and Brian Thomas and Mason Smith at LSU. So we're pretty familiar with him, feel good about him.
And a Florida kid coming home, of course.
Absolutely.
As we get a little bit deeper into this draft, these later rounds, does it turn into just creating some competition, maybe taking a flyer on somebody? What are you kind of looking at when you get later down into these rounds?
I think you hit on it. It just kind of depending on what's left at each of those spots. It may be, hey, this is a guy that fits a need for us, fits a depth need, fits a competition need, or maybe it's, hey, this is the best athlete on the board. Let's kind of take a shot and see if we can hit big on a later round guy.
All right, Ethan, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Ethan Waugh, the Assistant General Manager for the Jaguars, with Kai Stevens, and welcome into the studio, the Hyundai Studios at the Miller Electric Center with Brian Sexton and John Oehser. Let's start with the tackle out of Missouri. Consistency on the field a lot, and an offensive lineman. We talked about big bodies on both lines. Well, here's another one at 6'5", 313.
I hate to correct Ethan, but it's the 4th Tiger they've taken now. 3 LSU Tigers and 1 Missouri Tiger.
Right.
Missouri has become a program that is very competitive in the SEC because they've brought a lot of these kids out of places like Texas and Detroit. Big, strong, physical guys with a bit of an edge, and that's what they're trying to do, John. Trent Baalke said in January at his news conference that they need to get more physical. This is a guy with great length, and it gives them more guys in the room with that particular mindset.
Look, in a draft that is not considered the deepest, today is about trying to find guys. They're not going to come in and start right away. They're hoping they don't come in and start right away, being the Jaguars. You in any year, you are looking for traits after about round 4 that give a guy a chance. He has been consistent. He's been on the field. He has played against big-time competition. He has the body to do this. So you're looking for traits in these guys that give them a hope. Take that trait, turn it into something. I don't know if he's a swing tackle this year. Hopefully for this team, he's a swing tackle next year.
Well, the trait for Jordan Jefferson is strength. The defensive tackle out of LSU, 34 reps on the bench press at the combine. And a big fella, 6'3", 313. Now, he spent 4 years at West Virginia, the start of his career, transferred to LSU at the very end. He's out in Navarre Beach, Florida, just in the panhandle there. And last year, 2.5 sacks a year ago for LSU, 36 tackles, and a big, strong interior player.
34 reps at 225 pounds.
Yeah, if Trent's going to miss, he's not going to miss because the guy doesn't look like he can play in the NFL. And I say that meaning, again, it goes back to traits. 6'5", 313. This kid can go out on the field and hold his own. It's a matter of teaching him now how to do it, coaching him how to do it. He doesn't have to overachieve to make it in the NFL.
Derrick Henry is gone, but Joe Mixon has come from Cincinnati to the division in Houston, and he's a 225-pound pounder. We saw him score 2 touchdowns here on Monday Night Football, and then we know what Jonathan Taylor is capable of. And the Titans will find somebody that they can run the ball consistently with in this division. You've got to be able to man up in the trenches, and I just had this recurring nightmare of Derrick Henry last year at the end of the season in a must-win game for the Jaguars. They could not stop him. A guy this big and this strong gives you a chance.
You all right? Have a nightmare?
Listen, Derrick Henry did that to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Good luck in the AFC North.
Think about it, though, JP. Since the end of the season, Eric Armstead, Smith, this guy, if they are not stout and more physical, it's not for a lack of trying.
Well, and they're going to play more of a 4-3 front than that 3-4.
Right, so you need more interior guys.
You need more of those guys as opposed to more outside linebackers.
They certainly got it. Maybe we can get Mike Anderson Seafood from Baton Rouge in here at some point, because all the LSU Tigers are coming to town. Char-grilled oysters for everybody.
A pretty good team. It's worked out all right for Brian Kelly down there.
Pretty good to me.
Go Jaguars.
Yeah, with
The go is the
G-E-A-U-X.
I see what you did there, John. It's clever. Picks are in round number 4. Here's what's on the docket the rest of the day for the Jacksonville Jaguars. 2 picks in the 5th round, 153rd and 167th overall, and then a 6th-round pick and a 7th-round pick. But the Jaguars, as you see on your screen, have added these players: Brian Thomas in round 1, Mason Smith round 2, Jarian Jones, the corner out of FSU, in round 3, and today, Javon Foster out of Missouri, the offensive tackle, and Jordan Jefferson, the defensive tackle from LSU. Our coverage continues on Jaguars.com, Jaguars social media, and Jaguars YouTube. We'll be back after the picks in round number 5 here on Jaguars.com.